This video is about what you need to know about New York State Proposition 1 before you go in to vote. I am Lisa Lehman, and I am the 17th Ward Democratic Committee Chair in Syracuse, New York. And this channel is dedicated specifically to voters on the east side of Syracuse. But in cases like this, where there are items on your ballot that extend beyond our neck of the woods, we'll share with you information that may be important to you in order to inform your votes. And indeed, despite this being a local election year, there's one statewide proposal that will appear on your ballot. There's also a local one for Onondaga County, but that will be a topic for another video. So what is New York State Proposition 1? I'll leave the full text below in a pinned comment, but the short version is that it proposes to legalize some old existing development in the Mount Van Hoevenberg Olympic Sports Complex in Essex County. And why, might you ask, would something like this appear on your ballot here in Onondaga County? Good question. The answer is that since 1895, the Adirondack Park has been designated as forever wild by the Constitution of the state of New York. So whenever there's a need to change something related to that, it requires an amendment to the state constitution. This process requires legislation to be passed in the state assembly and the state senate in 2 successive legislative sessions, and then it comes to the voters to be ratified. So in this case, there was legislation that passed the assembly and the senate not once, but twice, and now it comes to the voters to decide. So what is the exact thing we're being asked to approve? In this case, it relates to some development that's already happened in the past in the Mount Van Hoevenberg Olympic Sports Complex in Lake Placid. Basically, they built and are maintaining Nordic ski and biathlon trails in the woods. This is a state-owned center, and it's already expanded into the 323 acres of the protected space. And they're basically looking to correct for the fact that they did not do this entirely in the way that they should have. To make it right, the complex is pledging to add a minimum of 2,500 acres of forest in another part of the Adirondacks. Beyond that, the proposition would also give permission to construct a small stadium nearby to the existing biathlon track. In return for this, the Olympic Regional Development Authority, or ORDA, will be paying for the donation of 2,500 acres of forest land located within the region as sort of a land swap deal. It's not really a land swap deal, but it's additional acreage to compensate for this. If the Mount Van Hoevenberg complex ever becomes obsolete, the land will revert to wild forest. And so I'm going to read to you something from the Adirondack Council, which supports this amendment. They say this is the best case scenario for both human and ecological communities of the Adirondacks. It protects wildlands while historic attraction continues to host world-class sporting events, drawing athletes and visitors from the region and around the world. This issue underscores how the Adirondack Park serves as a global model for how strong communities and world-class wildlands are inextricably linked and reliant on each other for success. New Yorkers get the best of the Adirondacks when wildlands are preserved and communities flourish alongside one another. So that's from the Adirondack Council, who supports this measure. So to sum up, this amendment was supported by both the Senate and Assembly, not once but twice. The Adirondack Council supports it, and there's no real opposition. I will leave some links below in the comments for anyone who would like to learn more, but for this one, I would say that you would be very safe in voting yes. The amendment's a win-win for Olympic Sports Complex and for the environment. And as a reminder, if you find this kind of content helpful, please give this video a like, and please subscribe to our channel for more information about elections and politics here in Syracuse. Thank you.